going on, y'all? I want to check out this video that's breaking down some things that's going down with Ethan Klein and a bunch of lawsuits and whatnot. Let's see what's happening.
Hey guys, today we are going to talk about an update to the H3 Snark case. This update was filed April 24th, 2026, which was Friday, assuming this video goes up on Saturday, so just yesterday. And it's a pretty interesting update because it tells the current judge, maybe you should wait before making a decision, because there's this other case that's happening. So it's called a joint notice of relevant related proceedings. The related proceedings, of course, is Denins. So Denins is continuing on with her partial summary judgment or motion for summary judgment. So if she wins that, she will get rid of one claim, but then the second claim is still stuck out here, waiting for this judge to make a decision on fair use. To the court, all parties and their counsel of record, the parties, movement defendants, those and respondent plaintiff, TED Entertainment, jointly submit this notice to advise the court of recent developments in underlying action, TED Entertainment versus Alexandra Denins.
So he pretty much informed them like, all right, listen, we got a whole nother case we working on. We might want to slow it down with this one. We still filing. We still plan on handling this. But we got Denims to, hurry up and, finish that thing. And then did Frogan case happen too? Not sure.
Central District of California. And to ensure the court is aware of the current posture. On March 2nd, 2026, upon stipulation and request by plaintiff and named defendant, Denins, the court in the underlying action entered an order staying that action pending the resolution of those motion to quash subpoenas to Reddit. Underlying action entered an order authorizing a carve-out of the stay to permit the filing and adjudication of a motion for partial judgment on the pleadings by defendant as to the work content nuke Hassan Piker only. On the question of whether Denins' use of that work is fair use, accordingly, although the underlying action is otherwise stayed, motion practice is proceeding within that limited carve-out. On April 2nd, 2026, plaintiff and Denins submitted a stipulation and proposed order for the court's consideration and approval in the underlying action regarding the briefing schedule and hearing dates. As of the date of filing, the stipulation remains pending, but plaintiff and Denins are proceeding with the proposed briefing schedule they submitted, with the hearing date and time subject to the court's availability. The court date set forth in the April 2nd, 2026 stipulation are as follows. Opening brief, April 17th, 2026. Opposition brief, May 1st, 2026. Reply brief, May 8th, 2026. And the hearing would be on June 5th, 2026. The notice is submitted. Status of underlying action in limited proceedings continuing there. The parties will update their court if there is a ruling on the motion for partial judgment on the pleadings prior.
Honestly, I do hope that that when it comes to the whole Hassan crew, there is some consequences for what they've done, bro. They have contributed to a lot of harassment. For Ethan Klein, I think, has gone beyond just giving an opinion. Same thing for the snark that be going after Ethan Klein. I'm not really a fan of the whole forums that's dedicated to just bashing somebody and then going beyond certain lines and crossing them. I see that happen so often, and it's filled with a lot of disgusting people. There might be some people that might just want to get the updates. But if you're doing that level of dedication, more so harassment, I think that that's foul. And I think those people should be exposed. Let us see who the hell is contributing to all this mess. You couldn't just watch a video, like, right? Give your opinion in the comment section. I'm not even mad at people being on like Discord. I got a Discord. Join, check the description. But we're not doing campaigns to try to destroy someone's life on my Discord. We're just having fun, chilling, hanging out. Don't start doing voice chats. I think that these people have gone too far, way too far. And I think Hassan need to be added to the damn lawsuit too.
To the court ruling on the pending motion to quash. The parties respectfully submit this update for the court's consideration, dismantlement, and it's both of them. So both of them agree to this. Let me repeat this again.
Yeah, I don't be on Reddit either. I see y'all saying that y'all don't rock with Reddit. I used to I guess you could say, read things on there. You know how like when you're just doing research and then a Reddit post will pop up and I'm like, let me read this discussion. I stopped that forever ago. For what? There's a lot of nastiness on Reddit, bro. Like in forums in general these days. What happened to good old days when forums were like for genuine discussions about stuff? All right. Like I remember when I used to go on these forums when I was a teenager. That's like early internet, but it was for music, right? There would be like people exchanging notes and ideas and giving advice, telling people how they could build studio setups in their house. It was amazing. Now people are trying to start like forums and pages to try to destroy someone's not only career, but to destroy their life. Harassing people, doing this other. It's weird, bro. So yeah, I don't go near none of those stuff. There's another forum page that's supposed to be worse than Reddit. I forgot the name of it. I feel like it's like a fruit or vegetable type of name. Anyway, way too far, bro. I don't mess with it. I'll get my research and stuff from somewhere else.
There are two claims. There are two claims here at issue. There's the content nuke, Sean Piker, and then there's the countdown. So whether or not each of these claims has survived. So one claim has been pushed out to the H3 Snark court. The second claim has been held on. And but to give you a reminder of like why this is so important, I actually have the write-up of what the judge said. So the judge is under the impression that she is going to be ruling on fair use. Let me repeat that again. The judge is under the impression from both attorneys that she will have to make a judgment on what fair use is, what the standard is, how to apply these standards, and theoretically who wins. So maybe it's better for her to
what's up, Medium? How you doing?
Wait and see what happens on the Ethan Klein versus Dennons. So this is what the court says. Okay, understood.
You said, am I talking about Blue Sky? Nah, but I've heard bad things about that too. Right? Like I barely even be on Twitter. Twitter is just a whole nother mess in itself as well. Like I like to create my content, post it, and then turn the computer off. I just downloaded Discord on my phone. I was using it on the computer. I just downloaded it to my phone so it'd be easier for me to like have conversations, share stuff. All right. Maybe even when I'm working out, be on voice chat. But I don't really have any other apps on my phone like Instagram and other. For what? For what? Right? Like, I don't really like anything that seems like a forum. I'd rather, talk to my supporters, go live. Let's have a discussion like that. Or my Discord. That's way better. We could get the nasties out if they try to sneak in.
Okay, last question. Are there facts that are undisputed that I can make a determination of fair use? Let me hear from Ms. Vulik, and then I'll hear from Mr. Bar Nisam on this. Yes, we think that the court can make, so this is Vulik, which is Leia. This is H3 Snark's attorney. We think that the court can make a determination on fair use there are two different fair use determinations to make. Dennin's fair use and the Doe's fair use. The facts that are undisputed are the content and timing of the Doe's mega threads, so that the court can look at the complaint, exhibits G, H, and I, and when they were posted and what they stated. The structure of the film itself, the court can get from the complaint in subsections and the film itself. Then in stream, there are many undisputed facts, such as, how long she watched it, the amount and length of her commentary, and the court can also just view her stream to see what she did to make a determination of fair use. So we think that there are undisputed factual issues. The things that are in dispute are legal characterizations of those facts. The court says, okay, Mr. Barnizam. Now, he doesn't go directly into whether or not he is okay with fair use. So I kind of cut out that part. But here's what he eventually says. Okay, thank you very much. But I would say that with that in mind, you have two works, the timing of all the works and the post at issue. I think you will be able to make a fair use determination based on the evidence that you have before you. So that is legitimately what was said word per word in court. So let's think about this for a moment in time. So in court, both Leah and Ron.
I'll pull it up, the bars. Yeah, I don't think her video was much fair use, to be honest. Maybe more than the other flunkies that try to do the same thing, but that don't really mean that it's fair use, especially just because you're pausing it. You got to do more than pause. You got to actually add commentary to it.
Decided, yes, we believe the judge can make a decision. Leah is basing the fact on just watch the video, judge. Just watch the video. Did you not watch the video? Just watch Dennin's. Give Dennin's that view, right? And remember, if you like Dennin's, make sure to sub to her. Give you your prime sub at the end. So Leah is putting most of the work on the judge to watch Dennin's videos, because the judge not only has to make a determination on if there's a prima facie case for Dennin or H3 Snark, but also for Dennin's. So what they're both saying at this point in time is, whoa, hold on. Wouldn't it be great if there was another case and a very similar claim, and all you had to do was wait? So therefore, this current judge has to make two: A, H3 Snark, yes, no, and B, Dennin's, yes, no. Well, if the Dennin's question is being, or some update to the Dennin's claims is in a different court at the same time, why not just wait? Why not just delay and see what that court says? So it's kind of interesting parallel, right? Each court is waiting on the other court to make a decision on fair use. And because they don't want to be
That's a crazy conundrum.
Opposite, right? The worst case scenario for either court and the justice system in general is if they came to different conclusions. In many ways, they need to come to the same conclusion. Either it is Dennin's yes, no, yes, or no. And then that will help determine whether or not H3 Snark, right? So anyway, pretty interesting update. We might be streaming 8 p.m. tonight. Depends on.
Shout out to this channel, man. Very informative. I hope Ethan Klein not only sues the heck out of him, I want him to sue more people. Sue more of the Hassan flunkies. Sue Hassan. Get him in the mix. But I hope that, the results don't favor in Hassan or his crew. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the hype button. Watch more videos.